Alrighty, chapter 3 practice test. Here we go for problems 1 through 8. Graph each equation. So we're going to start with number 1, y equals negative 3/5 x plus 2. We know I like to circle the one that does not have the x on it. That means that is going to be our y-intercept. I'm going to circle the 2, which means I'm going to go on the y-axis at 2 and put a point. From there, my slope is negative 3/5, so I'm going to go down 3 and then to the right 5 and put another point. And then I'll try to draw as straight of a line as I can. There we go. Notice, please, I'm putting arrows on the end because lines go on forever and ever. Okay, number 2, y equals 3x minus 4. Once again, I'm going to circle the number that does not have the variable on it, so the negative 4. That is our y-intercept, so I'm going to go down on the y-axis to negative 4. And then from there, I know my slope is 3. I'm going to put a 1 underneath it. So from here, I am going to rise 3, and I'm going to run 1. And then once again, I will connect it. Notice I am putting arrows at the ends of my line. Right, number 3, 4x minus 3y equals 12. In order to graph this, we needed to say y equals. So I am going to draw a mobile balance. If you're not a mobile balance drawer, that's okay. You can still get the right answer. So there are 4 x's and then negative 3 y's. And then on the other side of the balance, we have 12. Please remember we're solving for y, so I do not want the x's. So to get rid of the x's on the left side, we'll have to subtract x's from both sides. So those will be gone. So now I'm going to write what I have. I have negative 3y's on the left side. I have 12 and then minus 5x, 4x, excuse me, on the right side. And then from here to get rid of that negative 3, we're going to divide all 3 parts by negative 3. So I'm going to have y equals 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. And then a negative divided by negative will be a positive. 4 divided by 3 does not work out nicely, so we'll leave it as 4/3 x. I now am ready to graph. So I'll circle the number that does not have the variable on it. So I'm going to start down at negative 4 on the y-axis. And then from here, I'm going to follow the slope, so I'm going to go up 4/3. And then once again, we can go ahead and connect the 2 points with a line. Alrighty, number 4, x equals 4. This is the one that tends to get everybody every time. This is going to be a vertical or horizontal line. I'm going to do it 2 different approaches. This is the fail-proof method. The x always has to be 4, so I just pick 4 x's, put 3 4s for my x's, and then the y can be whatever I want. So I'm just going to put 0, 1, 2. So now I'm going to graph those points, 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, 2, and it ends up being a vertical line. The other way that you can remember it is the x-axis goes horizontal, so an x equals line goes vertical. Right, number 5, 5x plus 3y equals 9. Notice again, we are going to have to solve for y in order to graph this one. So I'm going to come down here and do my mobile balance, but if you're not a mobile balance drawer, that is okay too. And then I've got 3 y's, and then it's going to equal 9. So I'm solving for y's, so I want the y's to stay there, which means I do not want the x's, so I'm going to subtract 5 x's from both sides. And so now I have 3 y's left, and then I have 9 minus 5 x's. And then from here, I'm going to divide all 3 parts by 3. So I'm going to get y equals 9 divided by 3 is 3, and then minus 5 divided by 3 does not work out nice. So we'll leave it as a fraction. And then we'll work this problem the way that we've worked all the other problems. Circle the number that does not have the x on it, which is 3. That is our y-intercept. So come up to 3 and put a point. From here, my slope is negative 5/3, so I am going to go down 5/3. And we always go over to the right. And there we go. Alrighty, the next one, y equals x plus 3. I'm going to circle the number that does not have the variable on it, which would be 3. That's my y-intercept, so I'm going to go up to 3 on the y-axis. And then from here, I am missing a number in front of the x, which I know is 1/1. So from here, I'm going to follow my slope, which is going to be go up 1 and go over 1. And then we have it. Okay, number 7, y equals negative 1. This is another one of those ones which is just a little bit tricky. So I'm going to do my fail-proof method, which is make myself a table of values. The y always has to be negative 1. and my x can be whatever I want. I usually generally just like picking 0, 1, 2, but you can pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Okay, 0, -1 would be down here. Whoop. 1, -1, and 2, -1, and then it very nicely makes us a horizontal line. That was supposed to be horizontal. And another way of looking at it is the y-axis goes vertical, so our y equals line goes horizontal. All right, this last one may look like number 7, but actually it is not, because this one actually does have an x on it. It's just missing the plus or minus, so I'm actually going to put plus 0 because it would really be plus nothing. And then from here, I'm going to circle the one that doesn't have the variable on it, which means I get to start at 0. So put a point at 0. And then I'm going to follow my slope, which is -1/4. So I'm going to go down 1 and then over 4. Put a point there. And then voila, we have graphed 8 lines.